And this is actually a lot of fun to watch. So get ready. Oh, I love that. Minecraft, now with extra hugs. Some creepers and zombies may come and try to hug me in this episode of Exploration and Tactics with Brian. I'm going to be doing some caving and some storytelling underneath the mushroom biome, a different area of the mushroom biome this time. We're going to go try to find another segment of ocean. And yeah, I was trying to do some storytelling later in the episode, but I ended up getting very distracted with mobs and different things at a few different points. So there's a number of cuts and some rough cuts in this one. So sorry about some of the harsh cuts, but at the same time, I wanted to cut out the boring parts. But as you can guess from the intro clip, first off, we're going to start with the mob farm. So let's get started. Hello, I am back over here by the mob farm that I've built a lot more of since you guys have last seen it here on YouTube. I actually, a few days ago on the 10th, I had a live stream, an impromptu live stream on Twitch TV in the evening where we built a whole lot more of this, and I learned a bit more about mob spawning behavior. And so originally I was just continuing the same piston design with the clock that's currently turned off, but I have a switch over here where I can turn it on. But then we found out that mobs can spawn with their heads inside tripwire. And so I wanted to try out the tripwire part. But yes, it has been glitching out, and it's glitching out on me again. And so a creeper spawned up there, but is kind of glitched halfway into the piston. And yeah, this is what was happening the previous night, and I wanted to get it on camera. And so the pistons are pushed out, but it didn't actually push the creeper, and so now he is stuck there, and no more mobs can spawn because now the piston is pushed out. And so on the day after I did the live stream and started building this, then Etho uploaded a video where he was building a mob farm using the same mechanics with the tripwires. And so I don't know if there's some other trick to it, but it looks like that's not actually going to work. I'm going to go ahead, let me pillar up real quick. Oh, and I installed a beacon that's giving me jump boost, which is really useful. So there the tripwire just worked on a few guys. The beacon is really useful for when I'm up there and building and I have half slabs to prevent mobs on different parts. But over here you've got a good look of the pistons that are pushed out and the creeper that's kind of embedded halfway. And so now all these pistons are stuck, and now the creeper just managed to hop up and is walking around somewhere else on top of where he's walking on top of the pistons, and so he's still in the tripwire. And so if he happens to wander up somewhere else, he'll get out. But if it had happened on a lower level, he wouldn't have ever been able to get out of there. So anyway, long story short, I don't think the tripwire thing is actually going to work. It seems like it's glitchy, and so I think I'm going to stick to my clock design. And the clock design you've seen before, but basically it just has a clock that goes every 16 ticks. It goes and pulses the pistons, and so now I have a switch down here where I can turn that on. And so right now there's a whole bunch of mobs who have spawned up in this portion of the trap. And this is actually a lot of fun to watch. So get ready. Oh, I love that. And now the pistons are pulsing. Unfortunately, before they were pulsing, I see a zombie who managed to walk to a portion of the trap that he's not supposed to be in, standing on some half slabs, so he is kind of stuck up there. But there you go. In any case, the trap, definitely by adding more spawning spaces, is just getting better and better and better. But at the same time, I think I want to work on something else for today in today's video. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and reset the day, collect all the drops that I've got over here. I've been just kind of collecting them periodically as I've been working on the build, and yeah, they're slowly starting to stack up. Eventually it's going to be really good in terms of the rates, I think, once I flesh this whole thing out. But yeah, I'll see you guys again for something else. Alright, I had a ton of fun last time we did caving underneath the ocean biome. I don't know if you can see it very well. If I get rid of the heads-up display, yeah, the map goes away too. But basically my little position on the map is right over here. And so it looks like down here there's an ocean that's kind of surrounded by a mushroom biome, and I think if I go further out that way we'll be able to see kind of the other end of the mushroom biome over here. And so I imagine if I light up part of the ocean right down here that then will kind of get mob capped in the rest of it in the middle, and it'd be another place that would be fun to go caving. And I could also really use some more resources, some more iron and some redstone. And so that is the plan for today. All right, I hear spiders, and I just broke into an abandoned mine shaft. And so this could get interesting very quickly. Whoa! What the heck? I just carved my way into here. It's like it's like a 5x3 abandoned mine shaft. Did some other... I'm really befuddled by this. I did not think that this was a type of terrain generation that you could encounter in Minecraft. And where are the spiders? Are they above? Are they below? Oh, that is so weird. Isn't that weird? Has anyone seen anything like this? Like, I just broke out these blocks, so it was just completely enclosed. All right, there's definitely... I see, it must be right below me. There's definitely a cave spider spawner, like, right down here. Well, it's not definitely a cave spider spawner. It's just very likely a cave spider spawner. It is some type of spider spawner. And I have spawned a bunch of spiders. And at some point in the near future, I think they're going to come get me. Are they all right behind here? Yep, there they are. Okay. I see, and the cave spider spawner appears to be kind of right through here. Oh, there they are. Hello, spiders. I'm going to put some light over by you so you quit spawning. Alright, now I could definitely use practice, like, fighting these guys in such a way that I don't take poison damage for, you know, like, UHCs and stuff. And so I'm going to attempt to be smart. It seems like most of them are kind of stuck. Kind of over up in here. And so if I do that... Let's go ahead and... Oh, crap. Alright, not smart enough, Brian. I thought maybe they weren't going to get down to the bottom and come and chase me. Okay, I have dug a tunnel out into the middle of the ocean, and I just heard a skeleton for the first time somewhere up ahead. And so we're finally going to find some natural spawns, it seems like. And yeah, I hear a couple of skeletons. I am down kind of at the lava layer right now. I imagine anyone I hear is probably most likely in a system above me. And so we'll start digging our way back up. And then see if we can listen directionally in order to find a cave. Alright, from around here, I hear monsters in every direction. Awesome. Ooh, and I have lapis. I was also just noticing that my inventory is getting, like, filled with cobble that I actually want. But now I don't have room for other things. And so actually I'm going to take a moment to manage my inventory. I'll be right back. Alright, I just made a chest to dump off some inventory. I hear a lot of skeletons. I can't really tell if they're multiplying. It could easily be the case that we are simply... Okay, I definitely heard one in this direction. Could simply be the case that we're, you know, just kind of on the edge of the ocean biome at this point, and so all the monsters who can spawn are spawning out in these parts. Yeah, because I don't actually think the skeleton sounds are multiplying, but I still haven't found the cavern that everybody seems to be in, and so I guess perhaps I need to still go a little bit higher. Always dangerous to dig above you like that. And so yeah, my usual technique then when I'm just trying to find a cave system where I hear guys in multiple directions is to dig up or down 3 or 4 squares, and then just dig kind of little boreholes. There we go. There is an opening. Out in a few different directions until I find one that actually leads somewhere, and here is just such a... Oh, there's another mine shaft. Oh, this will be interesting. Alright. Well, in any case, I think it is the case that while we're in the ocean out here, we're not quite completely nestled by... Let's go ahead and plug up that direction for the moment. Okay, and this one is safe. We're not completely surrounded by mushroom biome, I don't think. The map, unfortunately, I'm kind of going off the bottom half of the map, and so I'm not sure what is exactly in the other direction. But I think it's the case that there's more ocean out to the south, and so I wouldn't expect to get kind of completely mob-capped right at the beginning, but it is still nevertheless the case that there's probably going to be a fair few number of mobs out here. Alright, those guys are in a little crossfire, and so I'm gonna... Oop, hello. I'm going to attack everybody else who's come over to say hello. Oh, and there's a spawner. It is a skeleton spawner. Wow, it was a skeleton spawner. I must have been like right on the edge, and so I think when I was putting stuff in the chest, I wasn't actually close enough to it to be spawning more skeletons, and that's why I didn't hear the numbers going up. But that's fantastic. I find skeleton spawners very rarely, for those of you who know the Hall of Structures. The structure, where I keep a count of all the spawners and different things I've found. Skeleton spawners are the rarest that I have discovered. Enchanted book, sharpness 2. That's not bad. At this point, I'm going to want to mine up the mossy cobblestone, and I'm going to want to then bring a bunch of inventory back, because my inventory is already, my cup runneth over, overflowing. And so I think what I'm going to do here is mine up a few more resources, take a load of inventory back, and kind of have an easy way to get back to this location. Probably just dig straight up, back up to the surface. I've got a bunch of ladders on me, so that should be straightforward to do. And then we can just start from here and continue again. And so let me take a minute to do that, mostly off camera. Alright, so I dug my way straight up out of the skeleton dungeon, and this is actually going to be a better ocean again than I thought it was going to be. It's almost completely surrounded by mushroom biome, and so this will probably be another good kind of mob cap area. But in any case, this is the way I need to go home to drop off my stuff, clear out my inventory, and so I will be back. As always, I am going to drop off the moss stone with a bone, so that next time we're back at the structure, we can be reminded that we found a skeleton dungeon. But I'm going to reorganize a little bit of inventory. I've been dropping off the iron and the gold that I just picked up from that trip, as well as the stacks of cobble that I desperately need. Oh, we should drop off the enchanted book over with our set of enchanted books over here as well. Sharpness 2, not bad, not bad. And I was thinking it would really be useful to have more storage space, and so I think I'm going to take a break real quick and enchant a silk touch pick. So I will do that using my experience grinder. Hooray! First try! Silk touch, efficiency, and unbreaking. Alright, now I'm going to head back to the skeleton dungeon now that I've got a silk touch pick and an ender chest in my inventory. There is one skill that I have yet to master that would be useful, especially for ultra hardcores. I see Burga do it a lot, and that's basically going through shallow water quickly, darn it, by placing blocks as you're jumping underneath you, and so I want to try this a couple of times. But basically the idea is when you have water that's just one deep that you're trying to sprint jump across because you're in a hurry, maybe you're being chased by somebody in a ultra hardcore competition. I keep hitting my head on this mushroom over here. That's not helping. Then you can go, alright, I got 2 of them. I just want to try this a couple of times. But basically place blocks below you as you are jumping, and then jump onto the blocks, and as a result, you don't have to ever lose your sprint jump. But it takes practice. There we go. I got 3 in a row that time. And so that would be something that would be useful to have as a skill. And so every time I have the opportunity to practice that, I should start practicing that. Cow! Mushroom! You got in my way! Because I think that will be super useful. In any case, I will meet you guys back at the Skeleton Dungeon, and we'll do some more caving underneath the ocean. Alright, so I'm back to explore more of the mine shaft under the ocean here. And I may edit this into clips. We'll just kind of see how it goes. Oh, it's another dungeon! Holy crap, do you see that? It's right above me. I wonder if it's a skeleton dungeon too. I can't quite see. Yes, it is! Wow! A double skeleton. Well, not quite double. This one's probably 50 blocks away from the other one. But, wow, I'm finally going to get some of my skeleton dungeon numbers up. I also hear some spiders, and so I'm a little worried that there might be cave spiders around here. And there's still, like, some live skeletons up there. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Well, he sees me now, so he'll probably come down here. Hello. And I'm getting stuck in some spider webs, so why don't we go ahead and get rid of those. Wow! I don't think I've ever... Actually, no, that's not true. I was about to say, I don't think I've ever found 2 skeleton dungeons in close... Wait a minute, is this a... Oh, no, it's not. I thought the dungeon was going this way, too, and it was going to be some kind of double dungeon. That would have been amazing. I was going to say that I don't think I've ever found 2 skeleton dungeons this close together in space or time, but that's not true. I had 2 skeleton dungeons. Ooh, Protection 3 book. That is not a bad book. And some more saddles and cocoa beans. And there might actually be... I guess let's check under here. Aha! Another chest. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Ooh. I guess that's just where the gravel fell down from. Okay, that's nothing bad up there. And punch 1. Wow. All right. Well, this is a nice way to start off this episode. I am going to kind of recollect this inventory and bring it over. I made a base over in the other skeleton dungeon, so I'll see you guys back over there. Just to get a sense of how close the 2 skeleton dungeons are together, there's one. Oh, and here's another skeleton. Hello, another skeleton who has pushed me into a spider web and is going to really slow me down. That's okay. I've got good armor. 1 skeleton I can take. And I happen to see a bunch of iron here, and so I'm going to, oops, whoa, go ahead and grab that, except for I just opened up to who knows what, and I don't even have blocks on the bar. Oh, Brian, what are you doing? Always, always have blocks on your bar so that you can plug things up like that. In a hurry if you need to. So yeah, skeleton dungeon right down the hallway there, and then if we just go around here, and over here, we will see the other skeleton dungeon down here, and so yeah, they're definitely far enough away that I can't run them both as some kind of farm, but it's still relatively close to one another, and 2 skeleton dungeons will definitely kind of up their count in the structure, the Hall of Structures count. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to do, yeah, probably some more montage clip editing as I light some more things up and see if there's anything else interesting around here, and hopefully also gather up some useful resources. Alright, I found an actual cave system, and when I'm just going caving... Oh! Wow, I see diamonds over there. Awesome. Oh, it's a ravine. I didn't realize this when I first restarted the recording. Yeah, when I go caving, I often like to do kind of story time with Brian. And so I was thinking about what stories I wanted to tell. And I have told a couple of stories about kind of like first getting into YouTube. I see the mineshaft goes across up there. Interesting, interesting. And then if I go up there, okay, there's one there. Oh, crap, crap, crap. All right, he got me. All right, now that I'm already poisoned, this is a good time to rush in, because you can't get more poisoned after you've already been poisoned. Where are you? Is he on the ceiling? Is he on another floor? There he is. Alright, I need to not die here. How about I back off? Yes, while we heal up, this will be a nice time to do some story time with Brian. Oh dear. When I first got started on YouTube, the first thing that I ever recorded... Well, I guess this doesn't even count as YouTube, because it never went up on YouTube. I was originally trying to figure out what I could do that would be a little bit different than things that I've seen other people do. This was back in the time of Minecraft Beta 1.2. And I decided to do single-player dual commentary. And so I got a good friend of mine who was also getting a little bit into Minecraft, and went over to his house, and basically we were recording just one person playing, but the 2 of us would have a conversation about strategy and kind of like ask each other questions as we were kind of going through. Oh, darn it. Going through and playing the game. And yeah, recorded a couple episodes of that basically. I don't know, maybe about an hour of footage getting started in the world. And yeah, then we went back and listened to it, and it really was not any good, and we didn't enjoy it all that much. And so kind of abandoned that idea. But I thought it would have been good because it was something that I haven't seen many people do, which is, you know, just a single player, you know, not in a multiplayer series, but dual commentary, so you have someone to talk to. And yeah, so that was my first experience trying to record things for YouTube. Wow! There are a bunch of bad guys over here where previously there were none. And so that definitely makes me worried about where are all the... Ooh, and I just had a little bit of sound clipping as well, and so I wonder if there is a zombie dungeon over here somewhere. Alright, the creeper should only take one more shot. But I definitely need to figure out where all the zombies are coming from. Oh, there's a bat. Not anymore. Say goodbye, bat. Alright, I see a couple zombies over here who probably fell down from somewhere, so we should definitely go back up here into the mine shaft, I think. Try to make this area a little bit safer. So yeah, for the most part, this is going to be stories about kind of like failed attempts on YouTube. Because while you get to see the things that, you know, actually air and that I actually like, and that, you know, actually get up onto the channel, you don't always see or hear about the things that don't air, and so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And so basically, before I'd ever put any videos on YouTube... That is an Enderman up there. Alright, let's be careful with him. I'm going to try to kind of carve my way up in here. We are getting a lot of... Oop, hello. Hello, hello, hello. A lot of spawns, so maybe we're getting a fair bit of this ocean biome lit up, and... It's not quite mob-capped yet, but definitely more spawns than I'm just kind of accustomed to in kind of everyday Minecraft. So I gotta be careful, gotta be on my toes. Oh, there's a whole nother... Oh, hello. Thing out here. So after the dual commentary thing didn't work out, that's when I started recording exploration and tactics, and so I decided that I was going to focus on exploring and traveling in Minecraft, because I always saw people just kind of, you know, building a base and then staying around their house and building up a bunch of things. And so I decided that was a good way to do something that was different than the typical stuff that I saw people doing in Minecraft. And you see that in my introduction in episode 1 of the original Exploration and Tactics series. And so I started doing that for a while, and that was going reasonably well. And I mentioned in the live stream the other day that the first personal message I ever got on YouTube that I still have in my email box was from Kurt J. Mack, because I'd commented on one of his videos. This was back in like around episode 6 or 7 of his Farland series, before he'd even decided to start walking to the Farlands. And so we commented back and forth on a few of each other's videos. And then he sent me a nice personal mail, and that's how we kind of like first started becoming friends. And yeah, so I was doing exploration and tactics for a while. And oh, there's another thing. Even before the first exploration and tactics episode aired, I smartly, I think, decided that I was going to get at least 2 or 3 episodes recorded before I uploaded anything. Both because I wanted to make sure that I was kind of happy with the world that I was getting started out in, and that I wanted to have, you know, some footage pre-recorded so I could upload things, you know, like every day or two. And so even if I didn't have time, I would have like a few videos going up, and so kind of like get myself, a backlog of footage kind of prepared at the beginning. And that turned out to be really smart, because I recorded about 2.5 episodes of Exploration and Tactics. Once again, this was in Minecraft Beta 1.2. And that was back when you just had 5 worlds, and they were just called World 1 through World 5. And so World 1 was my own personal world that I had played Minecraft in for a couple of weeks when I first bought the game, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And World 5 was going to be the Exploration and Tactics world. And I recorded a couple of episodes there, and A, the world wasn't very interesting, but B, for whatever reason, the game would just crash on me randomly, like every 5 minutes or so. And so I kept having to end the recording and restart it, and it was really annoying. And I discovered, just randomly, that if I tried a different world, I created World 3 after that, that I wasn't getting the crashes. And so I ended up abandoning the World 5 world and a couple episodes of what would have been Exploration and Tactics, the original series, because that world kept crashing. And so I started a new one in World 3, and World 3 became the original Exploration and Tactics series. And so I guess the moral of the story here is, you know, you got to be happy with what you're doing and getting started, and be willing to throw some stuff away or leave things on the cutting room floor before you get started if you want to have success. And so basically, before I ever uploaded a single video to YouTube, I already had 2 failures, the Dual-Com series and the Exploration and Tactics world, the one that kept crashing. Hello, Creeper, I see you over there, and I'm going to continue to use my bow and arrow because that's the reason that I brought it along. For the likes of you, and you! Don't know if you can see him there, sorry. Let me go ahead and get a torch out here. There is another creeper right there. Yeah, one of my pet peeves is definitely when people have torches and then don't place them, and I'm just looking at a dark screen and I can't see what's going on. If you're going to make videos, don't do that. Always make sure that things are well lit. That was something I always strove for in exploration and tactics as well. So that was kind of 2 failed attempts kind of right at the start of my channel, before the first exploration and tactics series ever aired. Since we're down at this level, this is a good place to go ahead and mine up some extra coal, although at this point, yeah, my inventory is kind of completely full. So let's go ahead and set down the ender chest. Ooh, I got another carrot. That's pretty awesome. And let's drop off some excess inventory I don't need to be carrying around right now. A couple stacks of cobblestone. Cobble is terrific. Get some dirt down here, some redstone. I'm out of the mine shaft, and so I'll put away some string now. And the carrot is going to be a rarity. I'm not going to be picking up more of those. And the rails, since I'm out of the mine shaft, I'm not going to get those things. All right, those are good things to put away. Oops, and I also am not using the map, so let's get the map off the bar. And silk touch pick on the bar to pick this back up. After I had been doing exploration and tactics for a few months, it was the case that one of the CTM maps that I decided I was going to try playing was one called, I think it was Naceros' Chunk Survival. And the idea of that was, it was a single chunk, a 16 by 16 area that basically went from the bedrock all the way up to the sky limits. It was, you know, a custom map that someone had made. And apart from that one chunk, everything was just void. And you kind of started at the top of that chunk and kind of had to dig your way down through various dungeons and different things. And so it was kind of an interesting idea for a map. But I realized I recorded probably like 4 or 5 episodes and got like a third the way through that CTM map. But I realized it was not a good Brian kind of thing, because I like exploring and traveling and different kinds of things, and when you're in a single chunk, there's no exploring to be done. Basically, all you can do is dig down to the next level and into the next dungeon. Yeah, and so I was finding it was just kind of so-so. I definitely wasn't too into it. And so on the one hand, I was invested because I had, you know, played... Oops. All right, so this is a dead end. Where did I kind of break into this thing? I've already lost track. I guess it was back out here. Right, there's the ravine, there's the mine shaft. That Enderman is still there, walking around, carrying some gravel. So I guess I'll try to get up there, because I wonder if it was up there somewhere. Oops, there's another creeper on the ground down there. Yeah, there's definitely guys falling from the mine shaft or something up here. Ooh, and I hear more spiders. Probably going to be another cave spider spawner I'm going to have to take out. So yeah, I recorded a bunch of... Hello, hello. That is a normal spider, otherwise he would have run down at me. And the creeper, oh dear, the creeper, I think, oh, crap. Alright, let's plug that off, because I think the creeper might have been trying to pathfind me. And that was my last and only sword. Awesome. Alright, I did not notice that. Oh dear, oh dear. I don't know if the Enderman will try to teleport in here with me. If he does... I've gotten myself into a little bit of trouble here. How many arrows do I have left? 21 arrows. All right, I'm low on everything. Yeah, I'm going to make a cut while I... Oh, dear. While I kill myself in one of a dozen ways, falling gravel or whatnot, I'm going to make a cut. I'm going to cook up some iron right here, and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm cooking up some iron. The sword has appeared in my inventory again, and I know it doesn't exist. Or I think it doesn't exist. Yeah, now all of a sudden... No, wait. Does it exist? Fix your game, Jeb. I'm afraid if I drop it on the ground, it will replicate into 1,000 copies of itself, because that's happened to me before. And so I guess I'm going to move it to another slot of my inventory, I guess. And just create... Let's actually create a couple of iron swords, since I'm going through them pretty quickly. Like so... I'll go ahead and leave that iron smelting. I am unclear if I angered an Enderman who might be over here. But other than a spider, who I see right there, don't think there's any other threats right now. And a single spider, other than knocking me down, isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. Oop, I just saw a creeper fall from somewhere over there, though. Right, and there's still the creeper below me. Right, I already forgot about that as I was just cooking up the iron. Let's just light up a little bit more and take a peek. And a peek at what we have around here. Alright. Nothing too scary immediately on the fringes. Let's get rid of you, because I'm tired of you and your crazy bat noises. Actually, I like the bat noise when they die, but the flapping of the wings is just one of those noises that, like, I hear it and then I think that it's monsters, and then I'm like, no, wait, it's just a bat. All right, Creeper. It's probably, like, waiting for me right down the staircase over here. Hello, Creeper. Where'd you go? I heard you walking around earlier. I know you're somewhere. There he is. Boom! Take that. All right. Oh, there's another one. Hello. Apparently, he's the one who fell from above somewhere, because he had already taken a lot of damage. All right. I think we are finally, before I move along, finally safe enough down at the bottom here, now that I lit up some of that, that I will go ahead and mine these diamonds and this redstone. But let's see, where was I in Storytime? Oh, there's another little... Let me just take a peek over here. I see, this is just another cave system. Alright, we'll check that out in a minute. So yeah, basically, I was not having fun with Nacheros Chunk Survival map, and so I threw away the footage. I said, you know what, I'm not going to finish this map, I'm not having fun, it's not very good. So I just got rid of that. And yeah, that's one of a couple of series, at least, that I got a number of episodes into that ended up on the cutting room floor. Another one that I did... How many diamonds did I just get? 6. That's not bad. Was when Minecraft Beta 1.8 came out. There was a ton of new stuff in Beta 1.8. We had the new hunger system. We had the mineshafts. We had... I don't know, just a ton of stuff. You know, it was like the biggest update that Minecraft had had in a long time, if not ever, up until that point. And so I figured there were going to be a lot of people who were relatively new to the game and still getting into Minecraft, and all of a sudden there was all this new content, and there were lots of old videos that different people, you know, Paul Source Jr., you know, How to Survive Your First Night, and those kinds of things that were kind of like a reference video for people getting started to kind of learn the game and learn crafting recipes and how to survive and stuff like that. But with 1.8, a lot of that stuff was going to change, and I was like, why don't I make a kind of like intro to Minecraft series that was kind of like all about all the new mechanics in 1.8 and showed you, you know, new strategies for survival in the latest updates of Minecraft. And so I recorded, and I actually still have these lying around on my hard disk, I think 4 episodes of an intro to Minecraft with Brian. And 2 things happened. A, I think it was not very good. It was not as exciting or different as I thought it was going to be, kind of like relative to the, you know, existing How to Survive Your First Night from kind of like previous versions of Minecraft kind of videos that you had. And B, they were doing the 1.9 pre-releases at the time, and they were, you know, adding even more stuff, and more stuff was changing, and Minecraft 1.0 was going to come out, and so it was going to very quickly kind of get dated. And so I ended up abandoning that project as well after I recorded a few episodes of that. And so I still have that lying around, and now it's like totally dated. Redstone with a fortune pick very quickly goes, so I wonder, can I item repair these? Does this actually exist? Yes, great. That frees up another inventory slot. So that was another series that I've recorded that just ended up on the cutting room floor. And I think possibly those are the only cases where I'd recorded, you know, multiple videos with the intention of starting some kind of new series, and then never ended up seeing the light of day. But I would be curious to know for other YouTubers who might be watching this, and I can't remember if I've ever talked to like Kurt about this. I hear other people talk about it, just, you know, you have to be... There's quality as well as quantity, and so on the one hand you want to put out more new content, but on the other hand you have to be happy with what you're doing. And you don't want to put up stuff that you think is going to, you know, be no good or crap or you're not having fun with. But I'd be curious for other YouTubers to know if they have similar kind of experiences, and if they have other kind of, you know, a few episodes of series or something that never saw the light of day on a YouTube channel. Yeah, but for those of you who want to know about, you know, making YouTube videos, that's one thing that I think it's important to be willing to do. Oops, oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Alright, fortunately I was already using the bucket of water to put the lava out in front of me, but I did not realize that he was sneaking up behind me. And a guy sneaking up behind you, pushing you into lava, is definitely one of the few ways that you're still likely to die in this game, at least until I mob cap the ocean over here. And it looks like there's another big lava lake. It does look like it continues around the corner, and so let's go a little bit farther along this way. Oops, hello. Alright. Any resources? Does this open back up in any cave systems? Looks like it still goes around the corner. This is always a good place to potentially find diamonds, and so might as well have a look. Oh, wow! Like, empties out into some gravel over here that's fallen through. That's something I don't see all that often. Perhaps you guys do. And, yeah, but I don't see any resources down here, so let's go find somewhere else to explore. But yeah, I thought it would be, I don't know, useful to talk about, I don't know, past failures at making different YouTube series. Because I think it's important to acknowledge. It's always the case. There's all kinds of things like, you know, confirmation bias in our experience, and you only hear about, you know, successes and you don't hear about failures kinds of things. I am out of inventory space again. I need to stuff some more stuff in the ender chest here. I think I'm reasonably safe right at the moment. Throw some spider eyes on the ground while I pop this out. And, yeah, this is definitely getting filled up. I can put away some of that. I've got a stack of coal that I'll need for smelting things later. I left iron cooking over in that furnace over there, didn't I? And let's go ahead and put away a stack of lapis. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it. I know I've been kind of rambling slowly for a while, and so probably ended up with enough footage for an episode for today. I hope it was fun. I was hoping that we were going to get into more kind of exciting fighting around here, but it appears that there's actually a fair bit of ocean, and there's a bit around this ravine that needs to be lit up. Excuse me. Sorry. I got a little bit of a cough there. That needs to be lit up before I'm going to get to the point to where we're really going to get, oops, kind of mob-capped and surprised by enemies like we did over below where the mob farm is right now. Can I punch you into lava? That would be fun. Fun for me, not fun for you. Nope, you're going to die before you, oops, get knocked into the lava. Hello, crazy skeleton. Alright, you are dead, sir, as well. I'm going to go find the iron that I had cooking up and grab the rest of it, but then head on home. I'll go ahead and call it a day. I cannot find, oh, here it is. I want to get out my notes. Hello, iron. Hooray. Oh, and we're up to level 30. Oh, we're going to end this episode on an enchant. I'm going to head home, and we're going to enchant something before we go. So let me go ahead and make a cut here. Alright, I'm just trying to find my way back to the surface, and I found a mineshaft chest containing Bane of Arthropods 5, which honestly is not all that great, but I will take it anyway. Yuck. I was trying to kind of find a safe way out. Not quite succeeding at that yet. Alright, I am back home. We are going to put away Bane of Arthropods 5 that we found in the mineshaft, but we are going to grab another book, which we will enchant at level 30 since we are there. And what are we going to get today? Fire Protection 3. Also not all that useful, but it's always luck of the draw when you're enchanting a book. And so hopefully next time we'll get something better. We got a bad one out of the way. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope this episode turns out to be okay. I'm talking about things I left on the cutting room floor, and then I was just kind of rambling storytelling today, and so I'm worried that I'm going to want to cut this entire episode. We'll see. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you again next time, and hopefully we'll work on something completely different.